the Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce Let's Talk Business podcast. Today we have Tia Johnson with
J-Co Logistics.
There you go, J-Co Logistics. I don't know, every once in a while I get tongue-tied on some of the names, but it's okay. J-Co Logistics. All right, I did it that quick.
Yeah.
My name is Tabitha Barron. First, we want to go ahead and thank our sponsors. Southwest Airlines is a proud air travel sponsor of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce and Permacore Business Solutions. Okay, so today we're going to be talking a little bit about everything that's going on, and we have three topics we're going to have a discussion about: staying in contact, keeping customers, and staying connected. Mm-hmm. So first, we're going to ask you, Tia. So tell us a little bit about J-Co Logistics.
J-Co Logistics is a logistics company that connects shippers and carriers, or carriers and shippers, to make sure that we keep this country moving the way it should.
Awesome, because there is definitely lots of trucks on the road, mm-hmm. especially carrying the toilet paper.
Yes.
All the paper
we get the toilet paper there.
Been missing. No, I'm glad. Yeah. So it's huge. It seems to be like a very huge industry. Mm-hmm. So what made you get into that? What made you get into logistics?
Aside from logistics or trucking or transportation industry being an $8 billion industry already, it actually hit home a little bit because my grandfather was a truck driver for as long as I feel like 53 years before he passed. So that's all I've ever known.
Wow, 53 years.
Yeah, that's all I've ever known, and that's all I've ever been around. You know, I've been in the trucking industry for quite some time now. I have a lot of friends that are in the trucking industry, so we have built a network together, and I just love it.
You love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad. So that's really good. So you during this time you're actually everybody. So most of the people on the road seem to be truckers. I know a few truckers that are still on the road, and they get a lot more jobs now because of what's going on to a certain degree. I don't think it's everybody, but I know ATP's trucks are really moving.
Yes.
Turn around,
all the grocery stores, they're moving.
Yeah. So all of them. So that's part of what you do. You help the carrier, which would be the driver of the truck, to connect with people like H-E-B and Kroger's in order to bring their freight into the stores so that we can be supported.
That's correct.
Awesome. I never thought about doing anything like that. So I don't know how long you've been in business, and what are you looking for?
Well, my business is building right now, so it's actually in the starting phases of it. So I am still trying to get my carrier list together and everything. Mm-hmm. So what I'm looking for at this point is any carriers that would like to join my company or be an approved carrier. Just give me a call. We can go ahead and set up your your carrier package now. And we can get started. So
because it is a process. It's not okay. Today I want to go ahead and drive a truck and then get in a truck and drive. There's got to be a process to it, right?
There's a whole process to becoming a carrier, yes.
Right.
But most of the time they already have that done by the time they are working with my company.
Okay, cool. So this is right in line, staying in contact. So so when I say staying in contact, what does that mean to you? What is that first thing that kind of comes to your mind?
Well, for me, staying in contact is to make sure that you're keeping communication with your customers, whether it's the shippers, the carriers. You want to make sure, even if you don't have any, if you are even if you're just calling them to check on them, or just calling them to make sure everything's okay, calling them to see if they're needing anything, things like that, as well as making sure that you keep the relationship open and being able to provide them services as well.
Yeah, because staying in contact, we just need to make sure that people know we're still in business. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of businesses out here right now, currently, that are closing their doors. There has been a lot of changes that have happened to a lot of small businesses, and some larger ones maybe. A lot more of the larger ones are laying off. But one of the things is that we continue to hear is the fact that there's business is not doing anything. There's no business. Mm-hmm. So in order to not get caught in that tunnel or that tornado of wrong information, you just gotta let people know that you're still in business. Mm-hmm. And different ways that we let people know we're still in business or possibly keeping our customers, is what are we going to do? Offer some type of way to keep them engaged.
Yes, you can offer different things, incentives, you know, coupons, you know, certain things that you can, maybe not particularly in my industry, but different things that you can offer your customers to make sure that they know that you're still in business and operating and that you're still there to serve them. So,
Right.
you know, mostly I would say communication and keeping in contact, but whatever other offers that you can provide them as well during this time will be great too.
Yeah, this is good. So I do see someone on social media where they'll give the coupons and things like that. So I think that the coupon allows, we want to give people the idea or the understanding that they can just try to find a way to get the customer, future or current, to stay engaged and stay visible to them, right? That can be referral systems, that can be referral bonuses, or whatever that's going to look like, coupons. And the coupon is, you know, if you become a customer and stay with us for 3 months, we give you like 25% off, or you know, some type of, just got to be creative about the engagement that you're looking for them. Is that something that you're going to be able to do as far as your logistics company?
Well, we're still in the works of, you know, trying to figure out any incentives that we'll be able to offer. You know, we could possibly do something as far as referral programs or something like that for carriers, things like that.
For you, maybe sign-on bonuses. Is that possible for you guys?
Well, I mean, anything is possible. Well, I'd have to look into it and find out
I mean, no,
exactly what we can do.
It's not like, oh yeah, go ahead, we're going to offer you $1,500. No, that's not what we're saying. But it's just an opportunity for us to think about it a little bit and figure out if it's something that, I don't know, just throwing suggestions out there, because it may not work for you, but it may
work for somebody else.
Yeah.
So anybody that's listening, you know, there are different options that you can have, that you can incorporate into your business to keep your customers engaged with you. So
yeah, that's cool. See, we talked about another one. So, you know, about referrals, coupon codes, and then also sign up bonuses. That'd be pretty cool. Sign up bonuses. Maybe I will go drive a truck then. No, still can't do it. I can't wrap my head around it. I'm trying to figure out. Even on my long road trips, I'm like, yeah, I just don't want to stop at that truck stop, but just only for gas.
You've never been in a truck?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should.
So is it nice? Because I mean, some of them are like really decked out. There's like some type of bed in the back or whatever. But other ones, I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I don't really want to do that.
It's fun. I like
fun.
it.
Oh man, so that's pretty cool. So all right, so trucking. We're gonna keep we're staying in contact by letting people know we're still in business. That's reaching out to our clients, reaching out to customers, future customers. I don't think that we should do a hard push to sell, depending on the industry.
Yeah.
But I do, because I think that there's a balance of sensitivity that probably needs to happen with that. But at the same time, I think even for me, I've like been struggling with that because I'm in education. So trying to go and have that conversation when they are really not in a good place to move the academic needle, right? So they're having a hard time trying to kind of shift their learning, because it's distant learning at this point. And so for me to trying to go and sell into the schools, I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, I kind of feel.
You're in education. Are you a teacher or?
Oh no, ma'am.
No. Oh.
So need my freedom. So I can't.
Shout out to all the teachers.
I
we
love
y'all.
the teachers.
Love
y'all.
y'all.
Love the teachers. I love I love the passion that is behind a lot of them that want to go and educate the students.
And it's hard now.
It's
hard.
tough because actually I think parents are actually starting to see some of the behaviors that are being exhibited in the classroom that they were unaware of now that they're at home trying to teach a child, trying to teach your children. So it's really challenging. But me, I partner. I don't necessarily sell into, but I do partner with the schools to kind of work with them on their dismissals. So trying to do that now. First of all, nobody's at school.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that so we can still prepare for the following year, but that's not where their focus is. And I'm more concerned about the education of the student or the health of the leaders, which are your teachers and your principals and assistant and superintendents and things like that. that I don't feel comfortable enough to just go out there and say, forget what we're going through right now. I need you to listen to me. It doesn't work that way. So it's a little bit challenging there. And then just keeping the customers, because I do offer discounts and things like that, discounts and referral bonus. Not bonuses, but I offer
Incentives.
referral incentives
Mhm.
to just allow people to say, hey, this is a really good product, you want to go and use it, and the owner is pretty cool too, so you might want to go and check her out, and then if it lands with a sign up, then we go ahead and give them money off of their bill.
Also another way that I was thinking would be if you can somehow convert what you would normally do, like your business normally is, to something that is essential now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard recently that a lot of the breweries, the beer
The
companies,
breweries, yes, man, that's
they
hard.
are now selling hand
sanitizer, yes.
And I'm like, okay, so they adjusted with the
Yes, with the
the
time.
dynamics of what's going on, the changing dynamics. So if there's a way that the business that you have can adjust to what's going on, that's another way to stay connected.
Yes. See, so that's all we have to do is just kind of, I would encourage people to have that conversation, start those conversations with anybody, and then it'll shake something loose. Because a pivot is not as hard as people think. It's just we have to think of things differently. Like for me, I would love to be able to offer something additional into the educational space. They
Mhm.
already have a ton. But it's just, how do I do it with what I currently have? That was my only thing. So, but fortunately for me, I already had another avenue, so I can go that direction and possibly work that out with the people that are still working right now and are part of the essential group. But people do need to think about that, because this is all part of it. And then staying connected. There are different ways to stay connected. One of the things is that a lot more Zoom meetings are coming up.
Yes.
There's a Zoom party, happy hour, birthday bashes,
Everything.
Book clubs. I think that that's important to maintain those networks, and so that means the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
That means your networking groups. But it's important to not isolate and just stay back in the cut and
That's
not
true.
say anything, right?
That's true.
So how have you been staying connected with your network?
Well, I have a network of a lot of people in the industry. So we communicate in groups via text messages, or we've even had webinars together and things like that. I'm also a board member, board secretary for the Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce as well. So I have a network there as well. So, anytime I have questions or just want to connect with people and see how other people are doing, get suggestions, I have multiple networks and multiple groups that I can reach out to for assistance or just to talk.
Just to talk.
Mm-hmm.
You've reached out to a lot of different people during this time.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
How has it been beneficial?
Well, they can give you leads. A lot of people
really?
can give you leads. I mean, this country is huge, so it's like whatever's going on, I can't find out the best, the best shippers or the best carriers or whatever might not be in my area, but I can have, I have people in Nebraska, I have people in New York, I have people all around that I can connect with, that they can give me leads on where, things that are popping right now.
Yeah,
so,
right. So you wouldn't have seen it normally. So.
I wouldn't have normally seen it. Or, things like that. So keeping a network together, especially if y'all are a network that works together, and whatever leads I have, I give it out. Whatever leads they have, they give it out. It's not in competition at all. So our networks with the chamber and with the networks I have within the industry are great to keep me motivated, keep me going, keep my business going and everything.
Yeah, because right now we're just, again, a lot of people feel like we're all just sitting back and doing nothing. But there's been times I feel like I'm busier in some days where I just feel like, what is happening? Nothing's moving. I thought, no, that's not true. But how do I engage with my network? Well, I continue to maintain conversations with those ones who I know, and if I can help them, then I refer in and out of that space. I think I did that yesterday. Did a Zoom meeting yesterday and did an introduction So between two, so that now they can start working together. And so now one has gained more business that he wouldn't have normally had, and the other one is getting support for what she is building. So it actually works out.
Yeah.
So Zoom meetings are great because they're that final step before you step in the door. we can have a happy hour. We can definitely be like, okay, Zoom happy hour. We did it for GMT Radio.
Y'all had a happy hour?
Yeah, we did a GMT Radio. So all of the personalities came. A lot of them came out and came onto the happy hour, and we listened to music. We talked. We asked different questions to get to know one another, because not very often do we see one another.
That's networking.
There you go.
There you go.
So
networking at its best, and y'all had a good time.
Right, we did. Everybody had a good time. It was fun. It was fun. But also seeing book clubs.
Yeah.
And because right now, even if your business is slowed down a little bit, those book clubs will, if you put the right book in front of people and start having that conversation, it actually starts to build more suggestions and opportunities, and you get to know people on a different level. Mm-hmm. So it just depends on what the book is. I wouldn't say open book club, but for business people, it would be like different things that a sales group or a marketing group, and invite different people. I also seen another webinar where for counseling. Yeah, how about that? Because I think we forget about the mental health of things.
Yes.
And so they had a panel. They had 2 hosts and 7 different people that came on for various things. And that is relationships and health and wellness, exercise, which I guess is fitness. There's all kinds of things. And I was like, wow, I would not have thought to do something like that. So it's just a matter of, I think that...
And they did this with a Zoom meeting?
Yes, webinar, and they were able to do that, and they brought a bunch of people on, and only thing that we could see were the speakers. We couldn't see who joined.
Oh, okay, so it's still confidential and all of that. Okay.
Right. So it was really cool the way they did that, and that was she thinks outside the box enough that it was good. It was something I would have never thought that they would have been able to do.
It never even crossed my mind or anything like that. See, people are getting creative now.
Correct.
And I like that.
So that's why I said it. I was like, wow, so staying connected doesn't just mean pick up the phone and call someone, but it's a part of your business can be, let's talk about this on a Zoom meeting. Let's have that conversation, or let me show you what's possible with you guys. And just give a little bit out, so that people will be able to see that you are still active, you are still participating in our economy, and you want their client base. But no, I would have never thought therapy. It was a sex therapist. No, I'm sorry. No, it's sex therapy. It was like, it was, because the one guy talked about, actually, I didn't spend it, I just seen the list. He was talking about, what was he talking about? Boundaries during the quarantine. That's what and they also had other teachers on, and teachers or people who would giving you suggestions on how to teach how to handle the education of your child now that you're the one homeschooling.
Those are good ideas.
Yeah.
I do know that a lot of therapists are still having one-on-one meetings with their, either if it's via Skype or I don't know, they have to find ways of making it meet the standards,
right.
Confidentiality and all that other stuff. Some are just having phone calls, but that had been happening before. But I think a lot of them are going into that now, especially during this crisis. It's needed.
Right.
It's needed. We love our families,
right.
But sometimes
yes, right.
we're with them a little too much.
They say domestic violence has gone up, so that's one of the reasons. Yes, it has, since this has happened, since the quarantine.
I can see that. I hate that. I hate to hear that.
Yes.
I hate to hear that.
But at least somebody's addressing it through a Zoom webinar. An opportunity for anybody to come in and do that. So, that being said, I know for me, I was thinking, so what can I do? How can I go out there and create a Zoom meeting and bring everybody together?
What would you talk
but
about?
Actually, that would be good. That'd be a good way for me to connect with all the people that I currently have on my roster for clients. to just actually put together a Zoom meeting to say.
So like to sell?
No, I don't want to sell anything.
You don't want to sell anything.
So for this one, I don't want to sell. I would want to just make sure you guys are okay, you're healthy, and then see if there's anything else, anybody else, if we can help one another. Anyway, kind of build that network that way. And I'm glad we're having this conversation. This is good. So now I'll go back and I'll build a meeting and send it out.
Why not?
But this is a way to stay connected, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for the other ones to have the Zoom meeting, just I think for me, I would go more towards the parent side of things and have that conversation and try to get engaged with them. So I have to figure out how I can do that. I think I'm going to do it. What do you think?
Do you have like a list of like contacts that for parents, like parents, you have a list of people, or can you get one if you're working with a particular school? I don't know if are you able to get that?
I wouldn't want to go into the schools I'm in. I want to go to schools that I'm not in, right? So
Okay.
you want to go, because I'm going to maintain the relationships I have currently, but I also want to go ahead and engage for new relationships to be forged. So I would get I probably would do like Facebook or something like that. I don't want to do a Facebook Live. I just want to be able to do invite families to come in and have a conversation and just talk about different things. I think a safe space for that.
Okay.
So what do you think? You think you'll be able to do a meeting of future truck drivers and put that together and bring people in the room?
We got to get them to stop driving, but I don't want to do that.
No, not those drivers.
Oh, the
but
future
truck drivers. Because you have like people. I know people all the time talking about I should just be a truck driver. Because I've thought about it.
Have you?
Yeah.
You just said that you're scared of them, basically.
I was like, no, I was like, oh, yeah, for sure. But I thought about it. I was like, okay, so homelessness or truck driving? No, I'm just joking. No, what I was saying is that because you don't have to necessarily go home, you spend most of your time on the road anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So. I
Well,
thought
yeah.
about it.
Well, it depends. Do you want to? Are you a family person or not? Because you can do over the road and just be gone all the time.
That's why I said if I do that, then I won't look. I don't sell the property,
Live out your truck.
Live out the
House truck.
Yep, there you go. Don't need no space. The only problem I have is the shower and the bathroom. But
Be all right.
It's all good at that point. So yeah. So what do you think about that? Is it something that you could possibly do, or maybe it could be like a Zoom? You can do a Zoom like Q&A for truckers, because it learns a lot of people who don't know that what you offer.
That's a good idea. I had never thought about that. I'd have to figure out how.
What the content would be, and then how to present it.
How would do all that? I mean, since you're thinking about being a truck driver, you can come on to that.
Yep, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll come on. I'll come and listen. You say the right things. You can't say the wrong things to the right person, right? That's how that works. I love it. That works out really well. I'm glad this is a conversation. I guess. So now you gave me something to think about. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gave you something to think about.
Thank you.
So now we can go and stay in contact, stay connected, and maintain our customers.
Possibly get new ones too.
Yeah, we got to get some new customers.
New
for
customers
sure.
during this, so we can have the conversation now, and then when everything is over and everything is back to whatever it's going to be.
Yeah, we can
start over.
We can do it.
Mm-hmm.
What is saying? Oh, okay. So. Okay, this says on there, but okay, I got something that says no audio. That's why I said it. So.
No audio.
Oh wait, I don't know. Let's see. I gotta find nice. Let's see, because he's gonna come on too, and we're gonna talk about business to business. I'm gonna tell you, that's what one of the nice things about everything is that we get to have conversations with everyone from one business owner to another.
Mm-hmm.
And then we share that information and they're able to move on. And we're good. So yeah. So what's going on with you, like during this period of time for COVID? So is there anything different that you're doing? Is there any challenges that you're having that you would like to talk about? Let's see if we can kind of hash them out, because this is where we're going to do it. We're talking all about business.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of different stuff. If we're speaking about business, the things that are happening with I'm in a lot of trucking groups, and so they seem to be having some issues sometimes as far as the carriers go, and so you know, with them being out on the roads and having to deal with the COVID-19 and different things like that. So there's been a few issues there, but it seems to be working out pretty well. With me personally, you know, I still do work from home, so you know, me just being able to call and being, like I said, attach carriers to shippers and shippers to carriers. That's pretty much what I do, so it hasn't really been much of an issue.
Cool. I'm trying to see where the next person is here. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, so that's always good. I like it. I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's awesome. So I know you don't want to stay with me the whole entire hour. So we're going to go ahead and...
I love the conversation, but I'm going to let him come.
You're like, oh, see, wasn't so bad as it goes. Like
it wasn't bad. It
yeah,
wasn't bad. How long were we on here?
30 minutes.
Nuh-uh. Was it 30 minutes? Was it 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
There you go.
Shut up.
So
Really?
we're going to go ahead and transition from you, Miss Tia. Tia, I want to say thank you for coming, but tell everybody how to find you.
My company's name again is Jayco Logistics. I can be contacted via phone at 281-844-4911. Website www.jaycologistics.com. Email tjohnson@jaycologistics.com. Any carriers want to contact me, go ahead and contact me, and we can go ahead and get your carrier package set up now.
Awesome. See, not so bad. Thank you so much, and we'll go ahead and transition over to Mr. Nice. So we're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors. Southwest Airlines is a proud air travel sponsor of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce and Permacore Business Solutions. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and welcome Nice from GMT Radio.
Yes. What's going on?
Oh man, got a lot going on.
Yeah, glad to be here finally. You know, normally I'm behind the scenes, so definitely wanted to step from behind the scenes and just, you know, just let everybody know, you know, what we got going on.
Yeah, what do you have going on? Because I mean, we got some questions for sure, but we know that this is a very challenging time, especially because you run a radio station.
Right. It is. But you know, we talked last week, and my whole thing is don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got to keep going. We got to just figure it out. You know, and figure it out and keep going.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've been doing this nonstop. And I've told myself, if COVID-19 catch up to me, hopefully I can make it through it and keep doing what I'm doing. But I'm not gonna let it stop me.
Right. So that is part of the staying in contact, because a lot of times people think that right now they think that a lot of businesses are not in business.
Right.
They just kind of stop. But that's not the case.
Not the case at all.
And so staying in contact, what does that mean? Like for you, what has that been?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. Me staying open has allowed me to grow.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's allowed me to grow because I had to figure out the cameras, how to do. We don't do Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
We do another third party where we can do ads, run ads with the video. But I didn't have that before the COVID, so we actually got a different internet provider. We got 2 separate, you know, just so we could stay afloat, you know. So if one go down, we good. We can always keep going, you know. So it just put me in a position to look at things a little bit different and make sure that I'm prepared for whatever could be next.
Right.
Yeah. So and it's like I said, the whole thing that I'm gonna keep stressing is don't stop.
Right, don't stop. So for you, I'm glad you said that, because during this time, even though your business is heavily reliant on the talent that comes in and says, hey, we want to take your airtime, right? You were able to still find a way to grow the business, even in this situation.
Right.
So that's very much in line with saying that, hey, guys, business has not closed.
Yeah, it hasn't.
And you need to still figure out what is it you need to do in your business today in order for your business to still be available and plentiful come after this is all over again.
And then you know, the thing is taking advantage of any situation that's offered. If I can put my rent out for a month, I'm gonna go apply for that.
Right.
If I can put my car note out for a month, I'm not embarrassed to say that I need to put it off it's a smart decision.
Right.
I'm gonna look at everything, and if it's a smart decision, then I'm gonna do it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So things make sense now, you know, because honestly things got slow. You know,
Right.
we went from moving to
Right.
turtling. You know, it's
Yeah.
like moving like a turtle. So, but like I said, just being smart enough to take advantage of things that's been offered. So we stay afloat.
Yeah. Well,
You
that's
know,
good.
we keep going.
But you what are some of the ideas that you've put out there for keeping the customers? So you've been able to maintain a lot of your customers.
Believe it or not, people's been calling me to do commercials. You know, and I get it because people want business people want people to know that they still open and that they still exist.
Exactly.
So we got like mental health companies that do the what they call it video.
Yep.
The video.
Right. They're doing the webinars.
Yeah,
and
webinar.
Zoom,
Yeah. So
all those meetings.
they actually asked for commercials. So that's a really big thing. I didn't think that people would be calling me to do commercials. So and of course we take the proper precautions that we need to take to do the commercials, to do the filming, you know. So
Right.
so yeah, it's business is still going. Business is still going. I must say.
So have
Starting a radio show.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna start a radio show May
Yeah.
4th. You know, Let's Talk Business Radio
show.
Radio
Mhm.
show
Yeah.
May 4th. So we are actually still continuing to ask to let people know that there's advertisements available
Right.
and that they can contact tcbcc.org
Right.
in order to sign up for any advertisements, and that includes business spotlighting.
Right.
Like you can have. I mean, how cool is that to be a startup business or entrepreneur and have your business spotlighted on the morning radio show, 7 a.m. to 8,
Right.
and for 10 minutes, and
Yeah.
you get to talk all about your business,
And
right?
then you know, you running those ads for, you know, I think y'all giving a 3-month
Right.
3-month deal. So not only you shut down for 2 months or 3 months, but you bounce back and you start advertising right off the jump.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And then
but-
people are going to be looking for all of this,
Exactly.
all of these services, right?
Exactly.
So if you're
Exactly.
on the radio now and they start to get your jingle or their
Right.
whatever's going
Right.
on, and they're like,
Right.
I remember that, they write it down, and say I made a contact.
And then the one thing that I'm gonna say, because I know I'm pretty familiar with broadcasting, a lot of people are gonna be in line to go to the 97.9s, the 93.7s, the 102s, but that was a limited.
Right.
You only can run so much with that, and I'm just not hating or knocking,
Right.
you know, because I love the Radio 1 channel, the Clear Channel station, but here you'll have the opportunity not only to do radio but do podcasts,
Yeah.
to do, you know, so it's a major opportunity that y'all giving it for the price, which they can go to the website and get the price for the price, because I understand advertising,
Right.
so for the price I'm like, whew, come
I was
on.
like, I know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, especially for 3 months.
Yeah, especially because a lot of time airtime is like very expensive.
Yeah, you go to, trust me,
You-
$2,500 out the door. You know?
Well, I had a friend that had said she was they were gonna charge her like $1,500.
Yeah, yeah.
But it wasn't gonna be. It was nowhere near
Right.
what the chamber is offering.
Yeah, and then that's probably gonna run it late at night. 1,500 is probably gonna run at night, and then you're not gonna get the 3 months.
Right.
You
No,
definitely
it
not
was
gonna
only
do
for
it.
a month.
Yeah, come on. So
It was only for 1 month.
Right,
So
right.
I thought that was.
and this is not to boost GMT radio. It's about understanding that you have a platform to advertise on. That'll be 5 days a week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That'll be 5 days, and we don't just only have your show. We have like 20 other shows that go on, so
See?
people will be, you know, people steady logging in and checking out the radio. So
So that's cool. I love that. So I mean, how have you been able to keep in touch with your customers though? Are we're just harassing you? I think in this instance we might be still harassing you.
nah. I love harassment. If you calling me about the business, harass me 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna get up and hey, we gonna make it work. Yeah, we're gonna make it work. I'm open 24/7. If I answer my phone, let's talk.
Cool.
Let's talk. Let's get it.
So what do you do with your staying connected with your network? So how are you able to continue to stay engaged with your network?
Honestly, it's the team.
Is it you?
Honestly, I gotta say, I do my part as far as going on and doing the social media, posting on social media, but having a team of radio hosts that come in daily, you know, the 5 days a week, they are actually helping keeping this, because the people see that we steady going on. So it's not it's not about how I do it. It's about the team.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the team is really making it, happen. You know what I'm saying? So of course I do my part to keep the doors open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if the doors closed, no team can come in. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we'll be outside now.
yeah. So yeah, just all of us play a part in this.
Yes.
All of us.
That has been my thing.
Yeah.
Like on social media, you'll see me and we like hashtag community starts with us.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's where it is.
Right.
Because we, our network starts with us.
Right.
If we don't join a network, if we
Right.
don't get engaged with someone,
Right.
we're nowhere.
Right.
But
Right.
we have to remember that. I remember when I was younger, having a community of people,
Right.
like being able to, if my mom wasn't home, go knock on the door next door, and they were like, "Come on in, Tabitha," something like that. And I think that I would like to see us kind of get back into the place where we kind of rely a little bit more on one
Right.
another,
Right.
because we
Right.
recognize that in order for the world to go around, we do need a network and a
Yeah.
community.
Yeah, and I'm one man, and hopefully my people, the people that's around me will tell you, it's never about me.
I
It's
can
never
tell.
about me.
No.
It's never about me. It's about GMT. It's about the company. You know what I'm saying, and the people that's doing the shows. Because if the people weren't here to do the shows, I'm not gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be on air. 8 hours, 10 hours. I'm not doing it. So I want to shout out all the hosts that's continuing, and I definitely want to say this here. Thank you to everybody that continue to roll with their show, including y'all. During these rough times, because people could easily say, "I'm not doing it no more, and back up." You know what I'm saying? So continuing the businesses, I appreciate it.
Well, that's really good. And I would like to thank you, because if it wasn't for the fact that you kept your doors open,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would not have a platform in order to continue
Right.
on their business journey.
Right.
And so, again, this is a true example of a community and
Right.
a network of people that
Right.
are out working focused on the result.
Right.
It may not be different goals in mind, but we're all just walking that same journey.
Right. And like I say, it's affecting the world.
Yeah.
So it's you. It's not just me. It's not just you. It's you go outside. It's your neighbor.
Yeah.
You walk down the street. It's that person down the street. You go into a restaurant. Everybody's affected by this thing. You know what I'm saying? So and we're gonna be affected for a while.
Right.
But again, don't stop.
Don't stop.
That's it.
So, I know you just joined the chamber
Yes.
just recently.
Yes.
So,
yes.
in a short period of time, though, so you've been around the chamber for a while.
Right. Right.
But now that you're joined, you do. So, tell us a little bit about what type of support and resources, or what your experience has been with that.
I'm gonna tell you like this here. I get a ton of emails, and that's a good thing because it's information. Y'all keep me aware of what's going on with like the Small Business Association, things that are opening up for small businesses. So the emails is what I've been looking at from the Tri-County, and just staying aware through the emails. Of course, Leandra, I can call and talk to Leandra. You know what I'm saying? Because she's open. You know what I'm saying? So calling and talking to her, and y'all doing y'all show, it lets me know that I'm on the right path, because I get a lot of information from y'all doing the show. So it just let me know that I'm on the right path.
And that's good. So, being a part of a network like the Chamber of Tri-County, it's beneficial because it's an instant network.
Right.
It's not you have to grow your network.
Right.
You actually join a network.
Right.
And depending on who's in it,
Right.
can support you.
And
regardless.
one thing, and I'm gonna tell you something. One thing that I could say about Tri-County and Leandra, I can definitely say this here. She's fair.
Yeah.
Very fair. There's some things that I was like, so I could have took it this way, but you're gonna give it to me this way, and it was a benefit. She made it to where it benefited GMT and her and the Tri-County. You know what I'm saying? So I just that off the rip, because a lot of people is looking for a benefit, how they can benefit.
Right.
But joining and being a part of this chambers, it touched me like now, really, because she's fair.
Right. I do. I see her as being very much a great leader that we
Right.
can get behind, because she's building this. When she started this, I
Right.
think she had an idea of what we were missing as a
Right.
group of people,
Right.
and she wanted to be able to give that to us.
Right.
And when we talk to her, like every time I speak to her, it's like, okay, I learned something new.
Right.
I learned
Right.
something different,
Right.
and she is. I mean, she's an awesome person.
Right.
And then she's fair. And,
Fair.
and then
Yes.
but then she's like, wait, no, don't do it that way. If you
Yeah.
do it this way, you're
Yeah.
going to have a better result.
Right.
So she is invested. She
She-
is in your success.
Right. And she's not a yes woman.
No, she's not.
You know, she's definitely not a yes woman. So if you come and you got your own idea, best believe that she's gonna tell you
Yeah,
like no,
that's
yay.
Yeah.
You know, so definitely kudos and shout outs to Miss Leandra, the CEO, chairwoman of Tri-County
Right.
Black Chambers of Commerce. Definitely got to give her a shout out. Definitely.
Sure.
Because again, fairness is real.
Yeah, and the fact that she backs me, like for me, it's just she's just like, okay, we're gonna do it this,
Right.
and here is a plan,
Right.
and she helps us so all plans are not the same,
Right.
and they're different, and she
Right.
makes it a point to say this would be the better option for you
Right.
because I've seen it before, and this
Right.
actually works.
And then too, Tri-County as a commerce, as a company, the gala, you know, the
Yeah.
gala that they put together, the last gala, I've been to the last two, been awesome. Been awesome. You
Really?
get to just meet a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? You get to meet a lot of people.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know that then too, Belize. So in order to join the chamber, when you join the chamber, you have the opportunity to have different paths,
Right.
and I think that's the one thing I really like about it, an opportunity to take your business international.
Right.
So can you imagine being able to say, hey, I joined the chamber, and in 3 months or in 6 months or in a year, I'm
Right.
in another country and prospering.
Yeah, and we talked about
Right.
GMT being in the Belize. You know,
Oh, really?
we've talked about
Yes,
it. We've
it's
talked
true.
about it before. We've talked about it before, so hopefully that's something that can happen, you know.
I can imagine. I can see it. Be like GMT Radio
Yeah.
in Belize.
Yeah, you know, so.
I'd be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm definitely ready for the Tri-County, the Let's Talk Business radio show to start. Not only because it's a part of GMT, but just I look at how many people can benefit from it. Because while you're getting up and getting ready, you could be getting valuable information about a business that you plan to start, a business that you already got started.
Yeah.
You can get valuable information.
This is true.
Yeah.
Very much so. Can
Yeah.
you imagine waking up and getting ready for this job and you're just like, oh man, if I could just figure out what I wanted.
And then that information.
Information comes across, like we'll just say for the trucking industry, logistics, and it's like an $80 billion industry.
Right.
What? Hang on. Do I have the skill set for that? Can I do that? And that could be the start of what makes the change for any one person.
Right.
You know, or
Right.
they were like, okay, well, we have a child care one.
Right.
And then next thing you know, they're like, okay, I'm gonna open this because I can do it slightly different and
Right.
take a different group of people. You never know. I think it would be an awesome experience.
And then too, this is the one thing that I think is great too. If you like 102, if you like 93.7, if normally they stay on till what 11,
Right.
12, so you can get up and give yourself a good hour of getting information to start your business or to get information, and then you got the rest of that time to enjoy the Ricky Smileys,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't mind saying the name, but yeah, you get the opportunity to still enjoy those shows, but you got some information for you,
Yeah.
and it's not just funny, it's not just music, it's not just but you actually can help yourself. So that's one of the things that I look at from 7 to 8.
I like it too, and I think too that it's a way to start your network.
Right.
It's a way to stay connected.
Right.
Because so a lot of times we spend a lot of time silo and saying, oh, it's just me, and maybe I won't do that, or who else is doing something like that.
Right. Right.
But collaboration can start inside the community that will continue to allow things to grow.
Right.
And then
Right.
it's a good way to be able to do that. I think it's
Right.
awesome. So
Yeah,
this is cool.
yeah. I think it's a really, really good thing. If you're not tuning in from 7 to 8, starting in May, you're probably gonna miss out on a lot of good information.
Yeah, this is true. Because even since I've started this,
You
there's been a lot of information. I left last week and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so I need to contact and we set our meeting.
Yeah.
We did our meeting, like I said,
Yeah.
and so I did follow up with Mike, and I set my meeting, and then we talked through some stuff. And
Right.
there is a lot of benefit to being with Permacore Business Solutions. So
Right.
I think that the opportunity to at least have that conversation with someone is
Right.
there. So
Right.
I know that I have benefited from even being on the show, being a host of the show.
Right.
Because you got to learn about money, you had to learn about business development,
Yeah. And
strategic
then
planning.
it's an opportunity every time y'all come on Friday. It's an opportunity for us to meet new people and
Yeah.
get new information
Yeah.
every time.
Every time. Look,
'Cause
today we met the secretary.
Yeah, come on, beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
We got to say that.
Yep.
We gotta say
I
that.
know. So that's awesome, like, because I was like, I've never met you, but it's okay because I haven't met many.
Right.
But she offers a different perspective.
Right.
And that
Right.
conversation, I mean, that turned out to be really good because we're both going to walk away with, oh, wait a second, how are we going to be able to do that, execute that?
Right.
So that's
right.
pretty cool. I think I
Right.
like it.
Yeah, and then of course we want to let people know that you'll be the host of
Yeah, I'm
the
here.
morning show, the
Yeah,
morning radio show.
me and my crazy.
Come on.
But we got some business stuff
Yeah.
going on for sure. Because we got
Definitely.
a lot. So the chamber offers the ability to become certified.
Hub
and
certified.
Hub certified, and then Hub certified, and it helps you with your business plans
Right.
and there's so much. I'm
Right.
like, there's a list of things I have to go and do.
And for those that don't understand Hub certifications, y'all can tune in on the radio show,
So learn
and you'll
more about
get that information. Hub certified will open you up to a whole different platform of revenue,
Mhm.
and it'll open you up to a whole different platform of people.
Mhm. Yes, that's true. Because it just opens up the door, then you have a new Rolodex and
Right.
stuff.
Right.
So, and we get back to staying connected. That is a way we stay connected for
Right.
sure, because not all chambers are the same,
Right.
and depending on what you're looking for. And I
Right.
think it's really important for people to know that just because you start in a network doesn't mean you have to end in a network.
Exactly.
Right. And so when you start and when you say, hey, this was a really good one, or no, this is not offering me what I
Right.
need,
Right.
and feel free to look around and ask questions.
Exactly.
Because if there's nothing else you should be able to do at this moment, research.
Yeah.
And so just,
Exactly.
you know,
Definitely research.
just research and find out, and
Yeah.
then reach out and ask different people questions, their experience and things like that.
Right.
That's why I like hearing you guys' experiences with the chamber,
Right.
because your experience will resonate enough with someone else to say, wait, I want to have that.
Right.
And then they'll come on over.
Right.
So they just gotta visit.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just been it's so far it's been a good ride. You know, I'm in it for the long haul. Again, don't stop. We're gonna keep it going. You know, so.
Yep, it works
Yeah.
out.
And if you're listening or you tuned in, it's definitely worth at least giving Tri-County a call.
Mhm.
It's definitely worth the call.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth the call because you probably gonna get some information from that phone call
you're
that
right.
you didn't know.
Cause I'm gonna tell you, when I
Yeah.
had my call, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then when I left, I was like, oh, I so want to be there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I so want to
Yeah.
be a part of that because
Right.
it was. But I had been through multiple other things, and I was like, this
Right.
is not landing properly.
Right.
And that one like hit me in my heart, and I was
Right.
like, okay, we can definitely be a part of something like
Right.
this.
Right.
It's cool.
Right.
And then I learned about Belize.
Yeah. At least come on. Yeah. Yeah.
Then I learned about Belize, and I'm like, I'm trying to think. But I know that Tia would benefit from being in Belize.
Right.
Right. And she could be on both sides.
Exactly.
So there's definitely an opportunity for her.
Exactly.
So that'd be cool. So that, I mean, having that network actually opened up everything.
Exactly. And again, just shout out to the whole, Tri-County, the board members. Just shout out to everybody, man, because everybody who I've met,
Awesome.
it's been
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes, it's been an awesome
it's
ride.
been very awesome. Yeah.
So what coupon codes or what type of ways do you encourage engagement with your people?
Honestly, I do it on a case by case, or
Okay.
not case by case, but just a situation by situation. If that person come in and tell me their needs, I understand the times, so it just depends on the needs. I'll bend a little bit this way, bend a little to make it happen.
Right.
So that's my thing. I can't say that I got coupons for this and coupons for that because everybody's situation is different. $50 coupon might not benefit you, but $100 off might benefit you.
Right.
So if I have to lean that way, let's discuss it, and if I can lean that way, I can lean that way. You know?
So I'm glad. See, this is good because even when me and Tia were talking, there was so everybody's not gonna. It's not gonna all be the same.
Right.
It's not one size fits all.
Right.
It is every situation is different.
Exactly.
And as long as you meet the demand of the person
Exactly.
in need,
Right.
then you'll get there.
Exactly.
So you don't use coupon codes, but you do case by case or
Yes.
situation by
Yes.
situation and say, hey, how can we work together?
Yeah.
Because the goal is for us to work together.
Right, and I can honestly say during this time, believe it or not, I took a loss on some things as far as cutting down on my prices, but I understand what's going on.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I understand. So
It's
yeah.
not permanent either.
no, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not.
Right.
And I smile when I say that because I understand that when we get back to the new norm,
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be better.
Yes. Yes.
It's probably gonna be better.
Awareness will definitely be
Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because then people
Yeah.
will be like, okay, for sure I need to be
Yeah.
different.
Exactly.
Because we can't go back to what was happening
Exactly.
before.
Because if we go back, we'll be in the same.
Same
We'll be in the same situation.
I feel like a rug has been
Yeah.
shaken. You know how you take the old people the silver people,
Yeah.
Yeah,
More mature people.
more mature ones with experience. They've shaken the rug.
Right.
So it's almost like the rug got snatched and popped.
Right. Right.
And now we're all on the free fall
Right.
to come back down to find out where our new places are going to be.
Yeah. So, like I said, you can look at it as it's a pandemic. I look at it as, hey man, let's grow.
You know, reset.
Let's reset. Let's grow. Yeah.
Reset, regroup, and go. There
Exactly.
you go.
Exactly.
But I want to do shout out to GMTradio.com
Hey,
because
hey.
I have to say you kept the doors open. You made sure that we all feel safe
Right.
and healthy in here in this space. Yeah, you know, we've got
Yeah.
all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been helpful because a lot of times, like you said, a lot of people are calling in
Yeah.
trying to get ads because they're just trying to find a way to drum up business.
And believe it or not, it's people. You've seen this. We got people still coming in trying to start shows. You know.
Yeah.
So like I said, business is we going nonstop. You know.
See,
Going
that's
nonstop.
good. That's why I said I love being here. You
Yeah.
are awesome.
Yeah,
for
I appreciate
sure.
it. I appreciate it. But like I said, it's a team effort. It's a team thing. It's a team thing.
And I've seen some of your team,
Yeah.
and I'm like they're
Yeah.
pretty good at this.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now.
Yeah. So and a lot of people don't know it's hard work. They're going to running a radio station. It's a lot of hard work.
I
You
see
know.
you.
So,
Yeah,
so
I see you. You be moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and tell everybody how to find you.
GMTradio.com.
There you go.
GMTBroadcastingCompany.com. If you go to GMTBroadcastingCompany.com, you'll get all the information. You can see videos of what we've done, logos, everything. So yeah, GMTBroadcastingCompany.com. Go there and follow us on GMT. Go to any social media, type in GMT Radio.
Yeah, I start following you.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for coming.
I appreciate you.
All right, so my name is Tabitha Barron. I can be found and reached at info@kyksfirst.com. That is kyksfirst.com.
Right.
So you can always shoot me an email and let me know what your thoughts are. And you can go take a look at the website,
Right.
which is kicksfirst.com, and just take a look at what we do and what we're trying to accomplish.
Again, I want to say this here. Y'all make sure y'all get ready for May
May
first
4th.
weekend, May 4th. Tri-County, not Tri-County, but Let's Talk Business radio show brought to you by Tri-County Black Chambers.
Yep.
I'll definitely be starting. So if you got a business, if you're thinking about business, make sure you tune in because I guarantee you, valuable information will be given.
That is correct. We will be there for sure.
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, thanks for your time, sir.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, everybody have a great day. Oh, let me go ahead and thank the sponsors for the last time today.
Yes.
So Southwest Airlines is a proud air travel sponsor of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce and Permacore Business Solutions. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a great day.
Right.